to honorable guests, respected dignitaries, and dear participants. I, Dr. Seema Agrawal, MP State Secretary, Research Foundation of India. On the behalf of Research Foundation of India, I welcome you all in our fifth day of training program on practical aspect of ICT tool and online training in current scenario. Our today's topic is managing resilience and distress. I would like to welcome Dr. Saurabh Jain sir, Chairman RFI, Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta sir, CMD RFI, Dr. Ajay Jain sir, Central India Board President, Dr. Manish Dubey sir, our today's speaker Dr. Charul Jain madam, our program coordinator Priyanka Chawla ma'am, and all respected RFI officers. Nothing great will be achieved without great men, and men are great if they are determined to do so. Respected dignitaries and dear participants, we are very happy to have with us the guest of honor and expert, Dr. Charul Jain ma'am. Dr. Charul Jain ma'am is currently with Symbiosis University of Applied Sciences, Indore, as Dean of Student Welfare, Head of School of Interdisciplinary Services, and Associated Professor. Contributed 16 years of the domain of teaching and training. She owns 4 international copyrights and 1 patent under her name. She wrote 2 ISBN books. Dr. Jain has developed various training techniques. Government of India, NSDC, MSME has certified her as Master Trainer for Skills. She is an honored speaker of World Record Award-winning event Global Peace Summit 2021 on Students' Skill Development for Sustainable Development in the Industry 4. Dr. Jain is the faculty mentor at SWAYAM for their MOOC courses, Master Trainer and Mentor at Vidwani Foundation, and lifetime member of the NHRD. She's recently conducted a chain of FDPs for schools principal and teachers on various aspects of teaching and learning, pedagogy, and clinical psychology. Dr. Jain is an expert in employability skill training and has successfully guided placement for more than 5,000 students till date. For their remarkable work, she has been awarded International Award for Master in Training Employability Skills in DAVV Indore. Dr. Charul ma'am recently certified by IIM Ahmedabad for rocking LinkedIn profile and advanced Excel, Atal AICTC portal for blended learning and flipped classroom and design thinking, and by TCNs for employability soft skills. She has been certified by Master Trainer for Training Skill by the Government of India, NSDC, and so on. Her current client is Airtel, which she is trained since last 3 years. She has conducted numerous training programs in various organizations like Radio Police Training School Indore, Police Training School Pachmani, Airtel Telecom, School of Commerce, Visit School of Management, MSME, IT firms, pharmacy, insurance company, and many more. She has also given training and analysis of teachers of Gujarati Samaj School. She was awarded her PhD in 2013 from IMS DAVV. Her completed her MBA from Europe. She is continuously dedicated to employment training and to train, share, and enhance ethical and authentic research practicals. Welcome, ma'am. Kindly share your views and your deep knowledge with us. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, Charul, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Seema ma'am. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you to the team RFI, Research Foundation of India, Seema ma'am, the organizers, and thank you to the all participants for being here today, for having the discussion together. So today I've been assigned a topic which is very much of interest. While we are talking about writing the research, there's one aspect which is called resilience and stress. When we write our research paper throughout and we send it to Scoopers, Web of Science, and either to ABDC, we get into an iteration of revision, and revision many a times. So many a times we get into stress, how to keep going on so that we write quality. So today I'm really glad that I could present you this topic. So I'm sharing my screen. So kindly confirm in case if it is visible. So I'll be. Seema ma'am, please confirm me if this is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, and when I change, is it changing?
Yeah, it is changing.
Great. Thank you so much. So here together today we'll be talking managing resilience and distress. Why is it needed in this mid of writing a research paper? Let me just talk about that first. If you can see that this is the complete barren land and it has a plant budding in. This is we people are. This is what we are. In the area of research where everything is going so fast and pace, when we start writing our research, we get into a dilemma where to start with, how to write it. And even when we write everything according to our area of interest, according to what we think is applicable, sometimes we get into a review, second review, third review, fourth review. Many of us have given up that, okay, I don't want to publish if it goes in so much of iteration. But somehow we have to keep ourselves going on. And we have to keep our stress level balanced. So today, I think in the middle of writing the research paper, this topic becomes very much relevant. So with this brief, let me begin on talking about resilience. We'll talk resilience in two terms, at the workplace and at the personal sphere. At the workplace, we'll be talking in terms of where we are in the academic industry or maybe in any industry. And personal sphere, when we are writing the research and we are not finding ourselves too much comfortable. So how to keep ourselves in resilience. So let me just think about what resilience is. We all may have faced some or the other atrocity in our lives. That may be in any form. Maybe we lost somebody, next day we had a conference. Maybe there was a wedding in the family and we lost somebody. Maybe tomorrow is the mega event and few days back somebody met with an accident. When you go through, God forbid, when you go through these kind of atrocities or any kind of emotional backlog, and when you have the courage to come back, that is your resilience. Let me talk very simply.
Sadhu ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, sorry to disturb you, but background में कुछ आवाजें आ रही है. Please check. तो आपकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ पा रही इस कारण.
अच्छा, बैकग्राउंड में साउंड्स आता है.
हाँ, मतलब कुछ और आवाज आ रही है, तो आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ पा रही है सभी को.
Okay, just a moment. सर, अब ऑडिबल है?
या मैम ऑडिबल तो है, बट ऐसा लग रहा है शायद कुछ चल रहा है पीछे, साउंड और आ रहा है.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'll try and change the position. Just 1 minute.
प्लीज.
पीछे आवाज आ रही है सर बैकग्राउंड में.
या
Sir, give me 1 minute. I'll change the background so that we'll have more peace and clear voice.
प्लीज मैम, प्लीज. ओके मैम.
Sir, I request you to check if am I audible? Is it better?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Clearly audible.
Perfect. Perfect. So
Please run
let's
your
just
presentation, ma'am.
all right, all right. So I'll just share my screen again. So here I was talking about. Am I audible clearly now? Is it fine? Okay. Now we are actually today, it's a good thing that we all are discussing managing resilience in distress, even in the time of COVID, when we had a lockdown, we all were sitting at home and we were we also got an opportunity to do certain online courses and write researches. But again and again, we were facing some call. I need the participation stating that
Ma'am, you are not audible.
all right. I need to ask everybody, did you ever face the scenario when you had the major event in your home or major in your event and you trouble? Am I still not audible?
Sorry.
मैम डिस्टर्बेंस बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, बार बार डिस्कनेक्टिविटी हो रही है मैम.
डियर पार्टिसिपेंट्स, आप लोग थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखिए. एक्चुअली आप सभी को पता है इंदौर भोपाल में बहुत हैवी रेन हो रहा है, उसके कारण थोड़ा सा इंटरनेट इशू आ रहा है, तो प्लीज कोऑपरेट अस.
ओके मैडम, डोंट वरी, इट नेसेसरी था ना मैडम.
Connect. Hello?
यस मैम.
थैंक यू मेरे साथ बैठने के लिए। मैं आप सबसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ, आपके साथ कभी ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन हुई है? हैव यू एवर फेस्ड एनी सिचुएशन वेयर यू हैड द मेजर इवेंट, लाइक टुडे आई हैड द मेजर इवेंट ऑफ talking to all of you, but I'm facing a lot of trouble, but still I'm so patient and I'm keeping it on. um Archana madam, have you ever faced such kind of any event? Anybody can say. Aditi? No? Sujata madam? Yeah, Ruchi ma'am, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I have faced this situation many a times.
Yeah. What was the situation? I just want to know.
Ma'am, many a times we are born to follow some rituals and festivals, celebrations are there, and sometimes at a college, NAC deadlines, submissions, all that things are also going on side by side. So that could be that is always hard to manage all that things.
Right. That is there for sure. These are official deadlines, but these are not atrocities. Atrocities means when you face some adversity, something disastrous. When you have deadlines at the office workplace, and when you have deadlines and celebrations at the home and family, then it causes distress. We need to understand there is a difference between a distress and a resilience. Resilience, and sometimes I'll give you a small example. When I was taking a viva for my final year students of masters MBA, one of my students was not attending it. So I gave him a call and asked him to connect. The reason he said was like, "Ma'am, my grandfather passed away. I'm in the ceremonial." So I said, "I'm so sorry to listen, Bicha, but this is the final viva. So what do you want to do? You want to carry on or you want to skip the viva process?" Imagine that boy said, "Ma'am, give me 2 hours. Please give me 2 hours and I'll join the viva process." Am I still not audible?
You're
Audible, ma'am. You are
All right, fine,
audible.
fine. So that my master's final year student said, "Ma'am, I am joining you. Please don't let my name go into failure. Give me 2 hours. Let me finish my ceremonials and I will join you." He performed in Viva as professionally as he could, and he was one of the toppers. Out of 20, he secured 18. I think that was fair enough. When, God forbid, somebody faces these kind of atrocities, disasters, setbacks, and then you have the courage to still move back to your purpose, to your aim, what you wanted to do, that is resilience. To understand the resilience, we need to have clarity of two things. We need to have a purpose in our life. What are we doing and why are we doing that? We all have a vision. We all have something which we are thoughtful about ourselves. So we are striving toward that. And the purpose, how do we visualize that? We want people to remember us in a certain way. So that's the purpose. So when we are actually striving towards that, maybe you want to become a good mother, a good father, good vice chancellor, good faculty. But there may be a lot of atrocities, challenges. So when we are ready to face them and we come back with full energy to achieve for what we have thought of, that is called resilience. And I'm sure we all have faced it thoroughly when we were facing the lockdown period. So I again say it's the ability of coming back with a high level of challenge and high level of energy to bounce back when we are dealing with some traumatic atrocities events in our life. So if the ship is able to sail out with same force, the ambition of this ship is to pass through and reach the destination, no matter how many waves it faces. If it is able to go, then it is resilience. This is you all, the society, the family, the education institutions where you're working. In a day in your life. And apart from that, there'll be uncontrollable emotions which push you back. What is your capability? How, regardless of the pressure you receive, how do you bounce back and again start to achieve your own ambitions in life? That is the power of your resilience. Right? And resilience is not a big thing. It's like you can every time be. It's very simple to understand. Very simple to deal with. But remember one thing: how do we understand that we need to practice? The most common problem at the moment is we all don't know whether we are into we practice resilience. That identity is required. How do we identify? Very simple. Sit and think. Are you facing challenges towards what you think you want to do and you're not able to do? I think if there are 140 participants in this session, almost 120 will say yes. What we want to do, we are not able to do because of one or the other reason. Or we might not be able to do it. Already, very half of the city will say, have some have some attack, we have some attack, we have some reactive. Somebody is falling sick enough, or maybe so there. Are they stopping you where you want to reach? The answer is yes. Yes, you are in the process of resilience. You are in an situation. Now the challenge is to reach.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking. Still, there is a network issue, ma'am.
All right. Okay, I guess I'm connected now and I'm audible as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, great, great. So quickly, I'll just come here. I was talking about resilience offshore. Mostly, the point which I was saying is we sometimes fail atrocities, challenges, and we want to come back from them and we want to reach somewhere. That is resilience. I just wish to share something with you. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, we see.
Can you see there's a video on my screen? Right? That's the beautiful most way of expressing resilience. It's a very small video. I request everyone to pay attention and then we can talk forward about it. Just give me a moment.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry to bother you, but I can't see the video.
Yes, ma'am. Same here.
Okay.
चारुल मैम, वीडियो की वॉइस नहीं आ रही है.
Ma'am, even the video is not visible to us.
Yes, yes. Video audible भी नहीं है, visible visual भी नहीं है.
Please surprised why it's happening so. Please confirm if it is audible now. Was that audible?
Not yet. Yes, now video is visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, visible but not audible.
And how about the audio?
I think it's
I have
paused.
no idea. Why is it happening? I have actually
Pause
shared my
why?
entire screen with everybody. I just no issues. Because even my audio is open, everything's open. And I again share my entire screen. Now, please let me know if it is not audible.
Ma'am, I think you have to share the screen first.
I did that. I did share the entire screen with you all.
No,
No?
screen is not shared by you. And now it's, yes, it's getting shared.
Okay. Just let me know about the sound if it is reachable. Did this reach you?
Ma'am, video it's visible but not audible. चारुल मैम, चारुल मैम, चारुल can you hear me?
सर आई थिंक मैम का नेटवर्क इशू आ रहा है.
मैम म्यूट है.
Okay, let's begin on. I think somehow videos are not getting in there. I'll request RFI, I'll submit all the videos to you, share with all the participants later on. But yes, that story actually said it was a Chinese video where the small toys were given. We all had played with a toy, just we used to push him and it never went out. So life is like this only. When you want to reach out to your ambition, it will punch you on your face with every atrocity. It is us who have to find out that how we will gather our energy, our positivity, and we will move forward. That is called resilience. We'll get all pressure from every possible source, but we need to find out, we need to keep going on. Our mentors, our parents, our guides, our gurus have always been saying, you will face all atrocities in life, but it is you. If you are strong enough mentally, you will always keep moving on in life. So the question comes, you have realized that there are some atrocities and there is a vision where you wish to reach, but how to deal with it? How to deal with it? That's very important. So the most important part is, first of all, yes, accept there is an atrocity and you want to move. Then you need to find out which kind of adversity is there in front of you. Yes, you identify. Please mediate. In this mediation, try to find out, can you control this adversity? Like I gave you an example of my student. Could he control the situation at home when his grandfather passed away? Could he do anything of that? No, neither he can escape the ceremonial, nor he could escape the process of Viva. But he mediated that, okay, I'll complete the ceremonial and then I will move for the Viva process. So mediate, keep yourself cool and calm. Define whether the situations are under your control or out of your control. Define and balance yourself. And then put yourself back. Console yourself, your own self, with empathy, and then come back with full force that let me perform to my level best and let me give the best outcomes. It is a very simple technique. ABC, like we have ABDC, Web of Science and Scoopus, the same model we have for resilience as well. ABC. You all can take a screenshot of this and you can keep it with you, because this will keep on helping you. First, A says adversity. Facing any sort of adversity, any challenging situation which is pushing you to take a step back from your purpose, pushing you to step back from writing the research. Maybe you get confused, maybe the purpose changes, maybe your guide doesn't like it. maybe the topic changes, maybe the scenario changes. So every atrocity which is pushing you back from writing the research. So identify that adversity and believe that yes, the situation is hindering me, but I can still do it. Because this is my ambition of writing. This is my ambition of writing ethically correct, which will give value to the society back. So believe in yourself that yes, there are atrocities, and yes, I can still do it. And then put your all energy into writing and pushing. As a result, write. Whatever you feel, write it. I honestly tell you, everybody, that every person has his or her own flair of writing. So when you're writing a research paper, definitely different Web of Science, Scopus, and AVDC have this format, but every person has their own flavor of writing. So as a result, despite of having atrocities, different beliefs, when you write the research and send it, you would be very happy to see that your research is unique in nature. So have your belief in your own self. So this is a very simple thing. To practice ABC model of resilience, have the guts and come back. People will stop you. No, you can't write research. No, it calls for a lot of work. No, but I will do it. I will come back to my life. It is not only research, but anywhere in your life, if you wish to do something, you have to bounce back. We have seen a lot of people, those who have started the journey together, and they have reached to a very high level. High. Why? Because they have always bounced back to the situation. They have seen all these situations in life and they have fought. We have seen so many people. Kalam sir, he has seen so many atrocities in life, and then he has moved forward. Draupadi Murmu, she faced so many atrocities in life, but the vision she carried was always clear. So always have the courage to bounce back. Accept all the negative challenges, difficult challenges, and find the meaning of life. Do not react. I request everyone, do not react. Reaction and response are different things. Respond positively to all the difficult situations. There are only two ways of dealing with a situation. One, either you be sad and deal with the situation, or you accept the situation and move with smiler and positive way. The only choice you have is you have to deal with situation. When you have to deal it, smile, have a positive perspective and move forward. When you smile, keep positivity, your energy level increases automatically. There may be high adverse situation, but if you keep your mindset cool, calm, and you're capable of coping up with it, you will always move closer to the aim of life. You would be able to transform. You have to be able to transform all the unfavorable situations to your own favors. It is you who could do that. We cannot blame all the third party. No, I could not do it. But if I had to, like ma'am has just said, I had some family gathering, my rituals were there, and there were some important deadlines at the office. You could not help it. It comes on a job. So the best way is, when I have to go to office, I will come. I'll explain to my family and I'll come to office and I'll ensure that I give my 110% to whatever I do. At least I could sleep in peace. So there are four things which we need to understand in terms of resilience. First, we all must have a coping attitude. We must be able to cope up with all the situations. So you need to gather all your inner strengths and skills. And I'm sure everyone has it in one or the other form. Right? So cope up, find out your inner strength, inner skills, and tap into it. Then grit. Be consistent. Be consistent. I say be consistent again. Whatever happens, since the ages it has been said, tortoise always wins over a rabbit. So grit says the same thing. I'll never give up. I'll move slower, but I will move. So the people who are resilient have this quality. Move consistently. So have the habit of grit, never give up. No matter what comes in, I will still move on. Maybe my own health, maybe my own family, maybe my own colleagues, but still no, nothing can stop me to reach where I have thought of. Right? And I know each one of you may have one or the other story which stopped you, stops you, and might stop you from reaching to your destination. But don't stop. Be consistent. Don't give up. Third ingredient to your resilience is emotional intelligence. Have a true understanding of your own emotions. What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel sad? When you know these two things, even a simple chocolate can make you go happy. Even just a cup of chai with your colleague make you feel happy. Do it. Understand your own emotions and then bounce back for your positive life. And sense making. Whatever you have gone through in the past, sense making means whatever you have gone through the past, take lessons from those past and then move on. There are two kind of people in life always. One, they go from the past, they crib about the past, and they keep cribbing. So they do not have resilience at all. Because yes, they have faced atrocities, they have a purpose, but they do not have the courage to bounce back towards their purpose. But the resilient people, they understand there has been experiences, they learn from those experiences, and they take meaning, they take learning from those past and move forward. So this is your mantra for being resilient. This resilience actually you will face at so many places. So there are majority of 6 domains where you have to be resilient. I recall you, resilience means you have to bounce back out of atrocities and you have to keep going on towards what you think. I want to be healthy, but I'm aging, right? You want to be healthy. You want to be as beautiful, as handsome as when you were 21, 22, 24. But could you? There are so many atrocities. You have a different lifestyle. You have so many responsibilities. But still, people who are health conscious, they still make out time to exercise, to eat healthy, right? It's their resilience. Despite of atrocities towards their health and life, they still find time for themselves to keep themselves healthy. So, resilience for your health, resilience for your vision. These are the two most common resilience which we practice in every single day. We get up, we brush our teeth, take a bath, and go to office. Why? We are moving here towards some purpose, towards some goal. And we eat. We try and eat healthy so that we could stay healthy. So these two things are always there as a part of our resilience. There are certain other domains where we have to maintain our resilience. Third is collaboration, keeping the connects, social networking, managing perceptions. You see, not everybody at your office workplace would agree to what you do. There may be people who would agree and support you. There may be people who would actually, come after your life and they will try and make every possible hurdle in your work. But you can't just go and fight with them. It may be in office, it may be at even home. But we can't just go and fight with them. The best way is, yes, there are people. How do I handle those situations and still move on towards my purpose? So have that balance at workplace, even at family. Then tenacity. Always being persistent. This is the tough most, if I had to say. Out of these 6, maintaining resilience and tenacity is the most difficult. It is most difficult to be consistent and realistic in your approach. You have to keep moving on and on and on. You may have n number of ailments. You may be full of pain. You may have emotional pain or physical pain. You need to keep going on. You need to keep going on. Remember the day when you gave a birth to a child and he or she cried and you had to get up and give food, right? That's persistence. When you know what you want to do, all atrocities go out. you bounce back towards it. So first is vision, health, collaboration, dealing with people around, tenacity, being consistent. I will do it. I will surely do it at my best. And please don't compare yourself with others. That's the wrongmost way. Everyone has a different lifespan. So please go as per your own time span and keep moving. Fifth comes composure. Regulating your own emotions, being calm and controlled. I give you one best example. Everyone might be driving either a car or a bike. God forbid, if you one fine day somebody comes to your, what will you do? You go and fight. What will you do? What do? I'll tell you an example. Just yesterday morning when I was driving towards my office, I was just crossing the signal, and there was one man driving a bike and he came and he bumped in my car. Imagine at the 8 in the morning, what should I do? Should I come out of my car and shout at him and fight with him? No. I made sure that I opened my car, keep myself cool and calm, warned him, I have my signal, you're going wrong, but still be cool and calm. You have a family who is waiting for you, and I too have a family who is waiting for me. So please realize driving in senses and in all safety measures. So be composed. When you face atrocities, it is very easy to lose control over your emotions. But the best part is to have controlled emotions. So cool, calm, and then move forward. And the last most is reasoning. Find the basic reason of your anxiety. Find the basic reason of these atrocities. Why you have the problems. Why you face backaches. Why you face let's say headaches, why you face less of time. There may be certain root causes for it. Find that root cause and then chuck it out and move forward. And sometimes you cannot even cut those reasons. You have to move with those reasons. For example, I tell you, I am dealing with multiple slip discs. I can't control it. I can take preventive measures. But I can't say that I have multiple slip discs, so I will not work towards my aim. No, I'll not take care of my son. No, I'll not drive towards office. No, I will not. I'll not stop. But what I'll do, manage the health, manage the work-life balance, and then move towards your ambition. That is resilience. So my dear ones, we all have to practice resilience at all professional levels. Accept change, be consistent towards learning, accept changes, take those changes. Find your senses, aims, objectives, purpose, and have attention that what qualities do I have to become those, to go towards my purpose. Sometimes we actually make certain goals in our life which are out of our skill set. So please redefine them. It is good to have an ambition, but we should be realistic, right? We should be realistic. How much capacity do I have? Let me reach out to that level, right? Then please cultivate relationships. It is not necessary to always respond to people. Develop and nurture, network with people and professionals. Even when you are writing the researches, it is highly suggested to get networking with people. LinkedIn is the best source towards it. And yes, Research Foundation of India is already helping a lot of people in building professional resilience through relationships. We all are sitting at different places. We all are sitting at different time zones, but we all are together. We are cultivating relationships. Reflect that yes, I have another perspective. I am doing it with a vision. I am aware why am I doing it. It's not just because somebody said that, become the professor of algorithm. But yes, this is what I want to do. So reflect it to yourself and to others as well. And then frame and reframe your skill set. Acquire new interest, acquire new knowledge, and then move towards it. This is the best technique. I request everybody to please Either take a screenshot or maybe you can write it down. That's your choice. This is the best technique of handling your resilience. I have actually pasted this on a whiteboard in my home, and I define that where I need to alter myself if I want to be good at resilience. Am I still moving consistently towards my goals? What I defined is, on the left, I say that, all right, let me see if I am doing optimization in my performances. These are the 4 areas where I need to focus, all right? So on the leftmost, I say performance optimization. You have limited resources in your office. In the team, you have limited resources in your home. You have less time. But how are you optimizing everything, right? Less resources, less money, less number of people, but still you're doing your level best. How? Then controlling measures, preventive control. Always keep monitoring yourself that I'm going in my own direction, right? Then on the rightmost, adaptive innovations. There will be changes. The entire research industry has seen a shift since 2019 to 2022. The entire shift has come. So are we all ready to take that change, accept that change, and move along with that change? So be adaptive. And then mindful action. Think, realize, and then move on. Realization is very important. So when we have these 4 dimensions, imagine if you're actually you think that you have been able to perform to your best, and you can actually also see that, yes, you are creative in whatever you're doing, and you are adapting the changes also. For example, you join a new organization, you're adapting to the new culture, and you are performing according to the new team manager, new professor, new director. Then what is it? You are actually becoming progressive. You're moving forward. So this is the indicator. Yes, you're going the right way. If you think you are adapting new techniques and you are thinking it, yes, I'm going good. Where I did wrong, where I went wrong, analyze, and then moving on, that means I'm flexible in my ideas, views, and actions. I have creative ideas, but I may be wrong. I may not fit into the situation where I am. My innovation might not be relevant to the organization I'm working with. So be mindful, thoughtful. Is it applicable? If not, go back and then change it. Simple. If you're able to do these 2, then yes, you're flexible enough. If you're mindful, you think, take corrective measure, and then move. And you know how much to control. This is defensive. When you are switching from one place to the other, and when you see that you have a lot of resilience from your team members and you are trying to move forward still, then you actually come into a defensive mode. You do all the protective things, already set things which you know, and you don't try to do anything innovative in that case. You be consistent in whatever you know already at the best. And the last thing is, when you do preventive control measures and you are best at your performance, you take control. Wherever you made mistake, go back, check, and then move forward. Go back, check, and move forward. That means you are consistent. So my dear ones, the most important one out of all these dimensions is this: consistency. So if you can practice this consistency, despite of all atrocities of all 360 degree, yes, my dear ones, you are resilient. So this is the resilience which comes out of the atrocities, and then we face those atrocities and move on. The next thing comes in how to deal with stress. 90% of the people, they don't even know that what is the meaning of stress. They all actually correlate that stress with depression, with negativity. But I tell you, there is another domain of stress that's called eustress. Eustress is a positive stress which actually motivates you and gives you energy to be productive in your actions. There is a distress, which is definitely not good for our health. Then hyperstress and hyperstress. These are definitely heavy negative. But here we need to discuss only two. Being researchers, we have eustress and distress. Do you know that feeling when you actually are on the podium on the conference day, presenting your favorite topic in front of everybody? You get butterfly in your stomach. I hope I'm getting it. You all are with me. You get those butterflies in your stomach. And when you face those butterflies in your stomach, you see those eyes and you start speaking with confidence. Gradually, you move to an objective, research, present everything, and then you complete. As you conclude, everybody claps for you. That happiness also creates stress. That is eustress. Understand the meaning. Stress means any disorder in your normal routine of the body. So maybe in a positive way, maybe in a negative way. But that causes, even when you become so happy, extremely happy, that gives you another happiness. Is it audible? Is this video visible and audible? Any chance?
It's visible, not audible.
Okay. Just try and see that. Okay, it has annotations also. Just try and see. I will be sharing it again with you.
Most of us equate stress with a negative experience. However, stress is not all bad. Stress can actually be very helpful and positive. For example, it can move us away from danger or help us get things done. Positive stress is formally referred to as eustress, as opposed to negative stress, which is known as distress. You can easily differentiate between these two types, as positive stress typically has the following characteristics. It is motivating and helps us use our time and energy effectively. It is acute or short-lived. It is perceived as something we can manage. It feels exciting or inspiring. It improves performance and or productivity within our personal and professional life. Examples of stressors that can result in positive stress include receiving a promotion or raise at work, starting a new job, school program, or relationship, making a major purchase, making a big life transition, such as having a child or retiring, taking a vacation, or various holiday times. You can freely enjoy such experiences and the array of feelings they bring. Just be sure to stay mindful so that your positive stress does not become draining and turn into distress.
I'm sure even if it is not audible, you may have connected to one or the other scenario in the entire video.
It was audible also.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad. So stress is not always negative. Stress actually increases the positivity also. We need to understand how to transform and identify our positive stresses. We know how we feel happy. We can go for a vacation and we feel happy and full of energy. We sit, even a simple thing. Every day when I go to office, exactly by 3:30 when we get tea and a desk, we just sit. I sit with one of my faculty colleagues. Just 10 minutes of laughter increases the motivation all the time. That is eustress, and we all have our own way of increasing the eustress. So I'm requesting everybody to find out your eustress points. You all have it, and you have your distress points also. So remove those distress. Just focus only on the positive one, which increase your productivity always. And it is in your hand only. The distress is something which deteriorates your productivity. So if I had to say resilience, distress, and productivity, I'll use the emotions, hand gestures to explain this for a minute, please. So if I had to explain you, this is stress, this is productivity, and this is distress. I hope my hands are visible to everybody. So if I say that positive stress increases my productivity, so let me always keep myself happy and in a positive mood. If I say that this distress reduces my productivity and increases my unhappiness, let me remove the distress. So take out that right part from your life, moreover, and be towards more of positivity towards the life. It is all in your hand. You know what makes you feel happy and what makes you feel sad about yourself.
According to statistics, only a small percentage of you who watch our videos are actually subscribed. If you're not subscribed yet and you enjoy what you see, do consider hitting this YouTube's app for more people out there. Hello, Psych2Goers. Are you experiencing changes in your mental health? Whether it's caused by stress or a life-altering event, it's normal to experience shifts in mental health. However, the difference between these changes and a full-blown mental health illness is persistence. In today's society, mental health issues are still stigmatized, but mental health illnesses are more complex in their outward presentation. Before we begin, we'd like to clarify that this video is not meant to be used as a diagnostic, nor is it meant to instill anxiety. The purpose of this article is to, hopefully, bring awareness to some of the signs of a troubled emotional state. Here are 5 signs that your mental state might be shifting. Number 1, you experience apathy. Are you experiencing a lack of interest in things you used to enjoy? Apathy is a persistent lack of passion. It can cause you to feel disinterested in meeting new people or trying new things, but it can also instill indifference towards things you enjoy. Externally, you may not exhibit many emotions, or the opposite may be true. To make others worry less or avoid stigma, you may feel pressured to be more expressive. However, in the long run, apathy can put a strain on your personal relationships and performance. Number 2, you experience dissociation. Another sign of a decline in mental state is dissociation. Dissociation takes on many forms, such as derealization, depersonalization, and dissociative amnesia. Derealization or depersonalization often feels like you're having an out-of-body experience or a feeling of being unreal. These, as well as other forms of dissociation, occur because of severe stress. If your body's way of coping with a distressing event or emotion, please consult an adult professional if you're experiencing any forms of dissociation. Number 3, you withdraw from your friends and family. Social withdrawal can also be a sign of change in your mental state. Of course, you're not obligated to attend social events. It's okay to stay in if you need a break. So this sign is a bit subjective. If you don't usually go out, social withdrawal may just be your usual behavior. A more sure sign is if you actively avoid meeting family or friends because you no longer feel like seeing them. Though social withdrawal does not seem like such an ominous sign, it can put a strain on your potential relationship. Number 4, you experience mood changes. One of the most common signs that you might be experiencing mental health instability is mood swings. There will be moments when your emotions might get the best of you, but usually you can regroup and regulate your emotions after a bit. However, if your emotional state is worsening, you may find it difficult to recover. You may feel more sensitive, irritable, or critical. Although your emotional and mental state are not the only things that affect you, persistent and drastic changes can point to emotional dysregulation. Emotional dysregulation can cause more stress, trouble sleeping, strain your personal relationships, and worsen depression. And number 5, you've developed unhealthy behaviors. Have you developed unhealthy coping mechanisms to numb your emotional stress? For example, frequently skipping meals or engaging in self-harm. Mental strain or distress can cause you to behave differently or out of character. It can cause us to be more agitated, engage in risky activities, or behave erratically. If you relate to any of these signs, the best resource is a therapist. We highly encourage you to reach out to them if you're in help.
I'm sure you may have been able to reconnect and connect yourself with this video. The point here which we are trying to mention here is when we talk about resilience and stress. Resilience is more towards those uncontrollable factors which we are dealing in every routine with ourselves. And stress is something which is internal in nature, which is in our control, our emotions, our way of dealing with things. So it's a high request to everybody, identify your own self. Have you actually lost any interest in a passion? Remember in the childhood or in the early ages when we joined the academics, we had a passion towards maybe events, maybe writing research, maybe writing the cases. But throughout the journey, when we realize it has not been recognized, we have actually left out those hobbies. So if you're facing this third thing, apart from sympathy and empathy, if you're facing empathy, please pay attention. If you have no time to meet with people, please find time to talk to everyone. This is another way of dealing with your distress. Find out, are you able to sleep in peace? See, there are different sleeps, okay? You get too exhausted and then you get on the bed and you sleep down. That is different. But are you able to relax yourself? That is needed. Are you able to still focus on what you want to do? And are you still able to feel yourself happy? That is needed. You don't have to show to others that, yes, I am happy, but are you feeling it inside? That distress you have to take out. All right. So overall, which I wanted to bring a point in here is resilience is something external in nature, which is out of our locus of control. We cannot control, for example, lockdown. We cannot control a demise in family. We cannot control the increments. But what we can control is how we still can be consistent and persistent towards reaching our goal. So there are suggested measures of handling distress also. The way I told you, there are 4 dimensions of dealing with resilience, ABC model, and those 4 dimensions where you could be consistent, growing to a reserve mode and being innovative. Similarly, to deal with an inner stress and distress, there are 7 measures. Just 5 minutes of meditation and a deep breath can change a lot in your life. Even when you sit in office, okay, fine, if you don't get time at home, sit in office just for 5 minutes as soon as you reach. I know there is a lecture immediately after you reach to your university or office, but take out only 5 minutes. Just sit with yourself, close your eyes and just, okay, I'm going to do it. Right? Exercise every single day in any possible way. It is neurologically, biologically, medically been proven. When we exercise, we get more oxygen in our brain. And when we have more oxygen in our brain, we feel more happy and excited. That is the reason why even the kids are very happy. They exercise, they work out a lot. Now the question comes, the life is too hectic. How should I focus on my exercise? I give you my example. My office has 5 floors. I take classroom. I try not to take elevators. I jump up, come down by stairs. That's an exercise. When you breathe and come back, so that actually increases your strength, right? Relax and spend time in nature. Have 1 or 2 flower pots in your home and try to spend time with them. Take time to water your plants, to feed the birds. That will always help you. That gives you peace. Please take time to sleep well. It is okay to have someday cheat day and sleep over. Have proper sleep is well required. Please connect socially. I know we all have a very hectic schedule. We all have even joined together, even our office after office hours, and we are, still approaching towards 7:30 now. But still, this is my way of connecting. I feel very happy. This is my club, the Team Research Foundation of India. Whenever I get a call, I say, yes, I am on for it, whatever you say. This is my way of connecting. I talk to all my students. You go and meet your friends. Even just a single call in morning 9 sharp to your friend and say, how's she doing? How are you doing? What was your day? And how would you be doing it ahead? That seems completely fine. Every person on this universe needs somebody to talk to. That relieves your stress. You'll feel happy. You'll feel happy about it. Eat well, drink well. It's again same thing. Fine, we can't reduce tea and coffee. Try and reduce coffee because it has caffeine, extreme caffeine. But in fact, when you are sitting with your friend, I connect here. I sit with myself for a complete jar of coffee. That gives me happiness. But that happens once in a month. You can do that. That's your way of dealing with eustress and distress. Spend your own time and make a list. What do you want to do? Yes, that works. You know, even I write everything in my notebook, in my journal. It's not, you know, I prioritize. If I have to go somewhere on Sunday and if I have to do n number of things, I write that also, and I write what I have to do in the office workplace also. It is your way of dealing with distress. Overall, I tell you one thing. We are always overthinking about stress, distress, and resilience. I repeat my words and I'm honest about it. We are always overthinking about being resilient, having stress and distress. Please keep life simple. Please keep life simple. And I wish you could actually listen to this video also. You will understand what simplicity I'm talking about. Things are very obvious in our life. It is just how we should be keeping it. So my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So it is one of my favorite videos. So just watch that, and I just wish that you are able to listen also.
Can I find a slipper? Yes. I have no signal. My phone. Access Network 4G network anywhere. Uganda. Always. Airtel, your smartphone network.
I hope you were able to listen to this video. Life is really so simple, and the options are straight in front of us, whether we want to do it or we don't want to do it. We are the ones who decide our purpose and our ambitions in life, and we are the ones who are facing challenges every single day. But the solutions are also very simple. They are in front of us. It is up to us to decide, are we picking it or are we not picking it? Otherwise, we'll just keep on searching the network like that again. So my dear ones, with this, I conclude and I say that yes, it is us. This is life. It will always remain unpredictable. We need to define ourselves. We need to find out that are we still moving on or are we giving it up? So with this, I conclude my session and really appreciating all of you to please bounce back like this ball. You will have pressure from all 360 degree, your office, your family, your colleagues, your friends, and every possible person, you yourself. You're an expectation, but this is you. Despite of so many atrocities, how are you dealing with your stress, and bouncing back with full force like this towards reaching your own ambition. So this is about what we call is resilience and distress. Thank you so much for listening patiently. I request, in case anyone has a question, please raise.
Anybody have question?
Hello.
Yes, Sujata ma'am.
Ma'am, your session was really interesting and really good one, informative one. Actually, I have a question, but not related with the today's topic, but on the other bank, on the other ground. So if anyone want to ask, let them ask first, and at last I will ask.
Sure. Duna ma'am, I think you have a question. Thank you. Thank you all the participants for giving the feedback. I think Sujata ma'am, you can please go ahead and ask the question.
Yes. Ma'am, actually in your intro, I heard that you had already worked on a Swayam platform also. So my question is related to that only. So at a college level, if we want to have a good work in the Swayam platform, students with the nervous approach relating to the Swayam and MOOCs courses.
Yes.
So what the initiatives we can take to make them interesting or to create the interest in the students?
Absolutely. I'm thankful that you have brought this point. Ma'am, actually, Swayam has wonderful bundle of courses which are highly useful for the students. The main problem is the students are not being made aware about it. Right? They do not know why we need to study those courses. For example, there are wonderful courses on ethics, values. There are wonderful courses on research methodology. There are wonderful courses on marketing strategy. There are wonderful courses on HR, operations, communication. But students are not being able to identify why we need to, or are not even aware we need to study. So courses like design thinking, critical thinking on the Swayam platform should be given to them. The first proposition which I tell to my students to motivate them to study on Swayam is, number one, you're sitting at your hometown. Wherever you are studying, wherever you are doing your master's or undergrad, you don't have to go to IIT or IIM. You're doing it online. So it's at your convenience. Number two, you're studying the industry readiness, new competency, which will make you employability ready. I connect everything with employability now. Because every student either want to be an entrepreneur or want to have a job or want to take care of the parental business. So in any of these three, you would be required the employability skills. Maybe when you want to take up a job, you should have those competencies, which is called skills, industry readiness skills. Or even if you want to do your own business, you need to hire somebody. So you need to understand whether the person has those qualities or not. So at least be ready for the industry. You have got no idea what the future has for you. So take those courses and study. This is about awareness. The second thing which I do with my kids is once a week, I touch them thrice a week, ma'am. On Monday, I tell them where you have actually reached. So they tell me their grievances, their problems, their happiness, everything. Every Wednesday, we do an interactive sessions on learning and how they should move forward. And on every weekend, if we get time, then do submissions. Like whatever they have done, they just show that are we going correct. So Sujata ma'am, these are the two techniques. And third one is we need to handhold the students to complete MOOC courses. They need continuous push to do these MOOC courses.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Charul ma'am. You explain resilience and stress very easy manner. And we will try to follow these things and handle our stress. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Your session is very informative. And thank you, RFI, for organizing such kind of workshop. Thank you so much, all. Thank you, dear participants. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
your
everyone.
patience. Thank you so much.